Okay. Today we will discuss about management of patients with meningitis and encephalitis. What is meningitis? The anatomy of the skull different layers uh, in of the skull, periosteum, bone of the skull, and dura mater, and adductor mater, and cortex. Different layers of the meninges, dura mater, adductor, and parameter. Although meningitis is notifiable disease, the exact incidence rate is unknown. In 2010, 4,20,000 deaths. In 2013, 3,03,000 deaths. It can occur as a complication of other diseases and 50% is an opportunity infection. Of newborns, 20 to 30% may die from bacterial meningitis. This risk is lower in older children, rises again in the adulthood. In adults, 66% of all cases remain without disability. The main problems are deafness 14% and cognitive impairment 10%. Meninges are layers of tissue that separate the skull and the bone. So the layers of the meninges outer side dura mater, middle rectal mater and thigh mater. Meningitis is a Greek from mening membrane, the acute inflammation of the meninges caused by either bacteria or virus. Route of entry in the CNS, skull or breakbone fractures, trauma, medical procedures along peripheral nerves or blood or by lymphatic system. Etiology of the meningitis, the causes can be classified into bacterial infection, viral infection, fungal infection, inflammatory disease like SLE, malignancy, and trauma to the head and spine. Pathophysiology. Bacteria enters the bloodstream and trauma, enters the mucosal surface or cavities, and then breakdown of normal barriers, crosses the blood-brain barrier and proliferate in the spaces and cause inflammation of the meninges and increase the intracranial pressure. Vector meningitis. Vector meningitis, also known as septic meningitis, extremely serious that requires immediate care, can lead to permanent damage of brain or disability and death. Spread by coughing or sneezing. Treatment of bacterial meningitis, available antibiotics based for the causative organism. Causative organism agents like Streptococcus pneumonia 30 to 80% cause. Neisseria meningitis around 16 to 50% and Haemophilus influenza 2 to 7%. Tubercular meningitis. Tubercular meningitis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Infection with this bacterium begins usually in the lungs. 1 to 2% of cases that bacteria travel via the bloodstream. Unlike the other types of meningitis, it progresses very slowly and symptoms are vague. Primary focus of tubercular meningitis is bacteremia and crosses the blood-brain barrier and these focus rupture into the subarachnoid space. Vasculitis, the complication of the tubercular meningitis like vasculitis is called stroke, especially acute internal carotid, proximal middle cerebral artery territories, and encephalitis leads to increased cerebral edema. An addition caused in the vessel system leads to hydrocephalus and addition into the interpeninsular fossa related by cranial nerve palsy and internal carotid stenosis. Viral meningitis. Viral meningitis, also known as aseptic meningitis, more common than the bacterial form and usually less serious, less likely to have permanent brain damage after the infection resolves. No specific treatment available. Most patients recover completely on their own. The positive agents of the viral meningitis is enterovirus, adenovirus, arbovirus, Measles virus, herpes simplex virus, and varicella. Fungal meningitis. It is much less common than the other two infections. It is rare in healthy people, but is more likely in persons who have impaired immune system. Risk factors of meningitis systemic infection, tobacco use, impaired immune system, and overcrowding. Other risk factors like vaccinations, seasonal winter, and extreme. Clinical manifestation of meningitis in infants, fever, possibly with cold hands and feet, refusing feet or vomiting, high-pitched moaning, cry or whimpering, dislike of being handed or fretful, neck retraction with arching of neck, blank and staring expression, child is difficult to wake and lethargic, pale and compression. In children, they present sickness, headache, fever, vomiting, light sensitivity, drowsiness or confusion, joint pain and pain. Kergel sign, Kermit sign, severe stiffness of the hamstring causes an inability to straighten the leg when the hip is stretched to 90 degrees. Brzezinski sign, severe neck stiffness causes the patient's hip and knees to press when the neck is flexed. Assessment and diagnosis. By history taking, physical exam assessment, CT and MRI, blood culture and sensitivity and lumbar puncture. CSF finding. Difference between bacterial, viral and fungal meningitis CSF finding. Normally CSF appearance CSF pressure around 5 to 20. In bacterial meningitis, the pressure more than 30, and viral meningitis pressure is normal or mildly increased, and fungal meningitis pressure is normal. CSF normally appearance is clear, in bacterial meningitis color turbid, and viral clear, and fungal meningitis white and red. Normally protein in CSF 0.18 to 0.45 milligram per liter. This increase in bacterial meningitis more than 1 gram, in viral less than 1 gram, in fungal 0.1 to 0.5. Normally glucose in CSF 2.5 to 3.5 millimole per liter. In bacterial meningitis, grossly reduced sugar less than 2.2. In viral meningitis, glucose found in normal. In fungal 1.6 to 2.5. Gram strain in bacterial meningitis 60 to 90% positive, and glucose ratio in CSF and serum normally 0.6, but in bacterial meningitis less than 0.4, in viral more than 0.6, in fungal infection less than 0.4. Others in bacterial meningitis mostly negative, polymononuclear complications. Sensory neural hearing loss, epilepsy or seizure, memory loss, paralysis, and learning difficulty. Behavioral difficulty, decreased intelligence, schizophrenia, and death. Medical management of bacterial meningitis, third generation cephalosporin such as cefotaxime or ceftriaxone. Vancomycin is added in the regime in case of resistance. Dexamethasone, dehydration shock can be treated with food therapy, many times for seizure management. Tubercular meningitis. In tubercular meningitis, anti-tubercular treatment medication are started, isoniazid, rifampicin, pyrazinamide, and streptomycin. Another second-line drugs, aminoglycoside, fluoroquinolones. Conventional therapy is given for 6 to 9 months. In children, BCG vaccine offers protective effect approximately 64%. Viral meningitis. Treatment is mostly supportive, no medicines are prescribed. Seizure prophylaxis, chloragidine, carfenitine या barbiturate. If there is increased ICP, intravenous pressure, then start injection mannitol 1 gram per kg, followed by 0.25 to 0.5 gram per kg with Charlie and dexamethasone, and rest is advised. In case hydrocephalus is present, ventriculoperitoneation via LP shunt is required. Need to the adequate hydration to maintain. Give antipyretic and antiemetic. Encephalitis. Encephalitis is acute inflammation of the brain. Encephalitis with meningitis known as meningoencephalitis. Incidence. In Western countries, incidence is 7.4 cases per 1 lakh population per year. In tropical countries, the incidence is 6.34 per 1 lakh per year. In 2013, 77,000 deaths from encephalitis from 92,000 in 1990. Etiology, viral causes like herpes simplex virus encephalitis, arthropod-borne virus encephalitis, vector cause, fungal cause, and autoimmune cause. Herpes simplex virus encephalitis is caused by herpes simplex virus. It's of two types, herpes simplex virus type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is typically affects the children and adults. Type 2 is common in neonates. And treatment is cyclovir or bencyclovir. Arbovirus encephalitis. Arthropod-borne virus belongs to several family of viruses, most commonly due to the mosquito bite. Usually increases in summer and autumn when the mosquitoes increases. Diagnosed by serology, antigen, antibody, or blood as used. No specific medication is prescribed. Japanese encephalitis. Japanese encephalitis is a flavivirus which spread by mosquitoes, and there is no cure for the disease. Treatment is focused on relieving severe clinical signs and supporting the patient to overcome the infection. Safe and effective vaccines are available to prevent the Japanese encephalitis. WHO recommends Japanese encephalitis vaccination in all regions where the disease is a recognized public health problem. Clinical manifestation in younger children or infants, symptoms like irritability, poor appetite, fever, drowsy or confused. In adults, symptoms like acute onset of fever, headache, confusion, seizure, and memory. And cranial nerve dysfunction, hemiparesis, dysphagia, increased intracranial pressure related to the hypothalamus. Assessment and diagnosis. Radiologically, MRI should examine the information, electroencephalography, lumbar function, blood test, and urine analysis. Complication of encephalitis, seizures, learning difficulty in children, behavioral difficulty, hemiparesis, and death. Medical management. Treatment which is based on supportive care or is follows antiviral medication is viral cause, and antibiotics if steroid is used, and aid steroid. Sedatives for the restlessness. If there is fever, then add extra minofen. Physical therapy if brain is affected post, and nursing management. Assessment, admission history and physical exam, baseline vital signs, ongoing assessment for disease progression is critical. The patient is monitored for life-threatening complications like respiratory failure. Nursing diagnosis. Ineffective gas exchange, rule out decreased tissue perfusion, impaired physical mobility, paralysis and fatigue, pain related to disease condition, altered nutrition less than body requirement, and this is now discussion. High risk for injury due to the seizure episode, impaired verbal function related to the cranial nerve dysfunction, fear and anxiety related to the loss of control and paralysis, potential for secondary complications, infection. Maintain respiratory functions like assess the respiratory rate and quality frequently, monitor perfusion with pulse oximetry, monitor the patient for respiratory insufficiency, ventilator support, and oxygen support. Take physiotherapy, relation of the head of the bed, and monitor vitals and sustaining. Reducing effect of physical immobility. Change position every 2 hours. The paralyzed extremities are supported in functional position. Roam exercises every 2 hours and use of comfort devices. Adequate nutrition and hydration. Use of elastic stockings. Massage and hygiene maintenance. Nutritional support. Nasogastric tube feeding. Assess bowel sound. Check the weight of the patient and total parental nutrition if needed. Assess for the return of the gag reflex and bowel sound before resuming oral nutrition. Monitor intake and output. Improving communication. Lip reading. Use of picture card. Give speech therapy with pen and paper. Relieving fear and anxiety. Providing information about the patient's condition. Positive advice. Encouraging relaxation exercise and positive feedback. Clear their doubts. Manage pain with energy. Diversion therapy and introduction, definition, incidents, causes and risk factors, pathophysiology, clinical manifestation, assessment and diagnosis, complication, medical and nursing management. Thank you.